Hey everyone, it's Mark. I'm jumping in today with something quick but powerful. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, and after 40 plus years in this game, I've seen one thing over and over. People don't need more information, they need a system that works and someone who keeps them accountable. So in this video, I'm sharing the 5 non-negotiables that actually transform your body and your life. Let's get right to it. So there are basically 5 principles. But before we get into the 5 principles, the first thing I feel is really important is to have a clear, specific goal. So we'll do a little goal setting exercise right now. So if you could wave a realistic magic wand, and you can have your body, your health, your energy, any kind of way you want it to be, say over the next year or so, what would that be like for you? And then consider being really clear and specific on the body weight, for example, and body fat percentage. So if you could narrow it down to that, that would be ideal. So body weight and body fat percentage. And then wrap it up into an affirmation / prayer like this. I am happy and grateful now that I am, at least put in your body weight and your body fat percent. I'll use myself as an example. I am happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. That's very clear. That's very specific goal. Now, once you have that, consider mastering the 5 fundamentals. They're basically 5 things that if you follow these principles and engage with them week on, week out, you'll have success in fitness. It's exercise, nutrition, recovery, supplementation, and mindset. Let's look at training, for example. When it comes to training, I feel it's important to have both cardiovascular exercise involved and strength training involved. Imagine for a moment we had a twin engine airplane. And say you had strength engine airplane and cardiovascular airplane. Ideally, you want both engines going really strong. That's going to give you the best performance. So ideally, with your training, have a combination of cardiovascular and strength training. Then how do you build out a proper program? When it comes to building out a proper program, consider mastering the 5 proper principles to make a good program. Proper form, variety, intensity, proper training principles, and consistency. So we'll go over the 5 principles one more time. Proper form, so you don't get hurt, and so you're most effective with your time. Variety, so you break through plateaus and don't mentally get bored. Intensity, so you're challenging your muscles enough so they can respond and overcome and adapt and get stronger and better. Proper training principles, number 4, different training principles to incorporate inside your training program. And 5 is consistency, so you'll be consistently achieving success over the long term. Let's look at nutrition. Imagine for a moment that we want to build a beautiful 2-story house from scratch. And imagine that we only have half the materials necessary to build the house. How far are we going to get? Part of the way, halfway, right? So the foods that you and I eat on a daily basis, the foods that we eat are the supplies that goes towards building our body. When it comes to nutrition, I feel there are basically 4 different ways that our body is affected through nutrition and on the fitness journey: metabolism, energy levels, blood sugar levels, and insulin levels. So imagine for a moment that we have a fireplace, And on one hand, we have a stack of oak wood. And on the other hand, we have a stack of paper. Now, not including kindling and getting the fire started, but if you had to choose between the oak wood or the paper to burn in your fireplace, which one would you pick and why? Well, most of us will pick the oak wood, and why? Because it's going to burn longer, slower, more efficiently. So foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains and proteins like legumes, lentils, nuts, and seeds are very efficient. I'm going to give you a very good result. So consider that. So we talked about training, nutrition. Let's look at recovery. How is your sleep going? Well, I encourage you to consider 7.5 to 9 hours sleep a night, 2 hours of REM, and 2 hours of deep. How do you do that? Let's take a look. So how can we get better with our sleep? One is have consistent go to sleep times and consistent wake up times. Number two is stop eating at least 2 hours before sleep time, and then back it up eventually to even 3 and 4. What that does is it helps cool your body off so you can sleep in a cooler, more cooled off body. Limit blue screens, TVs, phones, computers, an hour or two before bedtime. Get exposed to morning sunlight and exposed to evening dark. Keeps your circadian rhythms real nice. Number 4, supplementation. I feel like there are basically 2 basic categories of supplements: nutritional supplements and enhancement performance supplements. A nutritional supplement is like protein shakes, smoothies, and enhancement performance supplements is like creatine, even prescription medications, I feel fall in that category. And then last but not least, the 5th main principle is mindset. So I encourage you to really understand the power of mindset. And we'll review your goal and affirmation. So say you have your specific body weight and body fat percent goal. We're going to wrap it up in an affirmation. I am happy and grateful now that I am at least, you say your body weight, body fat percent. I'm going to use myself as an example. I am happy and grateful now that I am at least 190 pounds and at or below 10% body fat. That's a very clear, very specific goal. I encourage you to do the same. My goal is to come at you here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I'm still working out the permanent times, but I feel like I'm shooting for Tuesday, Thursday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Sunday, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 Eastern Standard Time. So you can come here, bring your support, bring your questions. I don't mean bring your support, bring your questions. I'm here to support you. So you can come here and ask anything you want. If you're still watching, it means you're ready for more than motivation. You're ready for real change. Whether it's through custom coaching, daily accountability, or my free app, Workouts for All, Workouts, the number 4, ALL. It's on Android and Apple. I've got a path to help you succeed. Message me the word ready, and I'll personally help you figure out your next best step. No pressure, just support. Let's take your health and fitness to the next level, starting today. Be blessed. See you on the next one.